Hello students, welcome to new lecture on vector analysis. In this lecture, I am going to discuss about curl of a vector field. In earlier lecture, we have seen divergence of a vector field. Now we will go to curl of a vector field. What is meaning of the curl? We have already seen vector field. Here we have taken electric field due to positive charge, electric field. So here plus q charge and electric field is radially outgoing, and we know E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q upon r square into unit vector r. So here it is along this direction, here it is along this direction, and so on. If we see any two electric force lines, as we go away from the charge, separation between them goes on decreasing. Increasing. So this field is non-uniform field. Non-uniform field. If we see another example, this is electric dipole, and here it is surrounded by its electric field. And if we see this region and this region, in this region, you will see electric field, it is outgoing away from the positive charge, and here it is coming towards positive charge. So this field is also non-uniform. Now if we see magnetic field B here, magnetic field lines, they come out from the north pole of the bar magnet and they enter here in the south pole of bar magnet. So this field is also non-uniform field. Non-uniform field. Now if we see parallel plate capacitor, so this is first metal plate, this is second metal plate, positive charge plus q is given to first plate, minus q charge is induced on second plate, and the charge is uniformly distributed. And if we see the region between the two plates, we will see electric field. It is directed from positive plate to negative plate. And if we see separation between electric force lines, they are equally spaced. So this field is called uniform field. So here electric field is uniform field. Now what is meaning of curl of a vector field? So suppose the vector field is denoted by V, and we can write this vector field as Vxi plus Vyj plus Vzk in rectangular coordinate system, where Vx, Vy and Vz are components along x, y and z axis. We have vector differential operator, del operator is equal to unit vector I into dabba by dabba x plus z into dabba by dabba y plus k into dabba by dabba z. And suppose we take cross product del cross v. So we can find using determinant here I, j, k in the first row. Then we have del cross v. So here we will get dabba by dabba x, dabba by dabba y, dabba by dabba z, and then here vx, vy and vz. These are components. And if we solve this, so we take here I multiplied by, now we use these two and these two. So we take here dabba by dabba y of Vz minus dabba by dabba z of Vy, then minus j. Then we use dabba by dabba x and Vz, dabba by dabba z and Vx. So we write here dabba by dabba x of Vz minus dabba by dabba z of Vx plus k. Now we use these two and these two. So we'll get here dabba by dabba x of Vy minus dabba by dabba y of Vx. So this is mathematical expression for curl of a vector. Now we will see here del cross V will not be equal to V cross del, and del cross V is a vector, and V cross del will be vector operator, differential operator. So this is mathematical expression for curl of a vector. Now we'll go to physical significance of curl of a vector. Now let us see simple example. Laminar water flow through a pipe. So we have taken a pipe, and suppose liquid flows, water flows from along this direction through the pipe, and suppose that flow is streamline flow or laminar flow. You will observe that different water molecules will have different velocities. If we see at the center here, you will have more velocity, your velocity vector, and as we go away from center towards the wall of pipe, velocity goes on decreasing. And at the inner wall of the pipe, water molecules are nearly at rest. So on both sides you will observe the same thing. So here, if we go radially, you will observe velocity goes on decreasing towards the inner wall of the water pipe. So as we go from center to inner wall, velocity gradient is set up, dv by dr. Velocity gradient is set up. So this flow, it is means vector flow or velocity vector, it is non-uniform vector field. Non-uniform vector field. If we see another example, so this is river, and river is flowing in such a way that the flow is suppose streamline flow. Now we will observe here. So if we see carefully here at the center, velocity will be more, and as we go towards the bank of river, velocity goes on decreasing. velocity goes on decreasing. So this velocity vector field is non-uniform. Non-uniform. So what happens due to non-uniform field? That we see under physical significance of curl of a vector. Now if we see here, this is paper windmill. You might have played with this paper windmill, and if we take airflow, now if we see airflow, if we take this point and suppose we take this point, you will observe that everywhere velocity of the air particles is the same. So here velocity vector field is uniform. Uniform. And due to this uniformity of vector field, velocity vector field, the windmill is not rotating. Means here force exerted here and force exerted here at the upper point and at the lower point, these two forces will be the same. Now here we consider circulation. Circulation means line integral. Circulation means line integral along the closed path. Line integral of a vector field along the closed path. So suppose we go along circular path. Here I will go along circular path like this. And if we find line integral along circular path, so here suppose V is vector field or F dot dl along closed path. Now this circulation is the amount of force that pushes along a closed boundary or path. It is the total push you get when going along the path such as a circle. So circulation gives you the push along a closed path. Now here, since it is not rotating, you will get this as 0. You will get this as 0. But if we see non-uniform velocity field, non-uniform velocity field. So what happens here? Here velocity will be more, and as we go in downward direction, you will observe there is decrease in velocity. So here velocity is less, here it is more. So clearly velocity gradient is set up. So if we take here top point here and bottom point here, force may not be the same. So if we take circulation here along the closed path, it may not be 0. It may not be 0. So it will give you total push, and due to that the paper windmill is rotating. Total Due to this total push, the windmill is rotating. So we'll see physical significance of the vector field. So we have to consider here non-uniform vector field. So here, though vector field, I have taken parallel lines. Though vector field lines are parallel, but their separation is not the same. So it is non-uniform field. So we can see three-dimensional view of this vector field. So here, if we take uniform field and non-uniform field. Uniform field and non-uniform field. And we have to see circulation. So suppose vector field is denoted by V, and suppose we take here closed path. So here suppose we go from A to B, then B to C, then C to D, and D to A. So here we are going along this closed path. So we start from A and we come again at A by going along A, B, C, D. Now if we see here along this path, along this path, along this path, and along this path, we can find line integral. So here this is the direction of vector field, and we take here theta. It is angle between. So suppose this path, it is divided into small length elements. So this is the length element dl. This is along the path, and this one is the direction of vector field. So we take v dot dl. V dot dl. So v dot dl, it is v dl into cos theta. Now we know this is 0 when theta is equal to pi by 2, and this is v dl, that is maximum when theta is equal to 0, is maximum. So the value will be in between 0 and v dl when angle is pi by 2 and 0. So it is maximum when theta is equal to 0. So we will get maximum v dot dl when vector field is along the path, and 0 when vector field is perpendicular. Then from A to B, at each length element we find v dot dl and then we add. So that is integration. So integration from A to B plus integration from B to C v dot dl means here we find here we have to find total integral. So we take here means we will take here integration A to B v dot dl plus integration B to C v dot dl plus integration C to D v dot dl plus integration D to A v dot dl. Now if we see along BC, the angle between vector field and length element may be different. Here angle, this is direction of dl and this is direction of v. So this is the angle. So in this way find out, this gives you integration v dot dl along closed path. Now this v dot dl will be maximum when angle between v and dl is 0 degree. This v dot dl. So this one will be maximum when angle between v and dl is 0 degree. Now if we take same one in non-uniform field. So we go from A to B, B to C, C to D and D to A. Here also we can find integration V dot dl. And you will observe that this V dot dl will be non-zero when field is uniform. And V dot dl will be 0. So integration V dot dl will be equal to 0 when field is uniform. Uniform. So on the basis of this, we define curl. So what is curl? So here curl of a vector field so the maximum line integral expressed per unit area area means area of this area enclosed by the path per unit area is called the curl of vector field. Is called the curl of vector field. So the maximum line integral expressed per unit area is called the curl of a vector field. Curl of a vector field. Now let us take non-uniform vector field, and if we take Cartesian coordinate system. So here O is origin, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. And suppose here at the origin we have vector field V. This vector field V will have component Vy along y-axis, Vx along x-axis and Vz along y-axis, z-axis. And as we go away from the center, since field is uniform, non-uniform, magnitude of vector field will go on changing. So I have taken one direction along which it is increasing and opposite to that it is decreasing. Now we have to find line integral or circulation along the closed path. So here we will take some small rectangular area in YZ plane. In YZ plane. So here this side is dy and this side is dz. So area is dy into dz. And dy and dz are small one. So suppose this point is A, this point is B, this point is C, this point is D. And we are going along the closed path. So we'll start from A, we'll go to B, then from B to C, C to D, and D to A. Now, the line integral will be maximum. Means if we go from A to B, V dot dl will be maximum when V is parallel to AB. Now here, vector field, the vector field which is parallel to y-axis and along AB. Vector field parallel to z-axis along BC. Vector field parallel to y-axis along DC and vector field parallel to z-axis along DA will give you maximum value of the line integral. So first we'll take along AB. So along AB. Now see here, if we go here, you will observe that there is decrease in Vy. If we go here, you will observe there is decrease in increase in Vy. We are going along z-axis, so we can take here at this point component of vector field along y-axis. Vy minus dabba Vy by dabba z into dz by 2. dz by 2, this distance. This distance is dz by 2. And dabba Vy by dabba z, that is space rate change of y component of the vector field. Here, along AB. Along AB. And if we take here, AB is small, dy. So we take V dot dl, means here V dot dy. V dot dy. Since vector field, we have taken y component of vector field, so angle between dy and y component is 0 degree, so we get V dy only. So along AB we get line integral, that is Vy minus dabba Vy by dabba z into dz by 2 multiplied by dy. So let us call this as equation 1. Equation 1. Now we'll go along BC. Along BC. So BC is equal to dz. So if we take vector field along z direction, component of vector field along z direction. So here at the center it is z, and along positive direction suppose it is increasing. So here we will get dabba Vz plus dabba Vz by dabba y into dy by 2. So this distance is dy by 2. So this is component of vector field along BC. So here we can take here Vz plus dabba Vz by dabba y into dy by 2 multiplied by what? BC, that is dz. Third, along DC, along CD. Now here, component of vector field along y-axis will be Vy plus dabba Vy by dabba z into dz by 2. And we are going along CD. So here Vy plus dabba Vy by dabba z into dz by 2 multiplied by length. So length is dc, it is dy. But we have to take here minus sign because angle between y component and dy means uh, direction of path, they are opposite. So 180 degree. So we'll get negative component. Now fourth, along dA. Now here component along z axis. So we can take here it is Vz minus dabba Vz by dabba y into dy by 2 along z axis. So here we can take here Vz minus dabba Vz by dabba y into dy by 2 multiplied by dA, that is dz. Again here we are going from D to A, that is opposite to the direction of vector component or vector field. So we have to take minus sign here. Minus sign here. So what is total line integral along the closed path? So here total line integral along the closed path we will get here. So total. So Vy minus dabba Vy by dabba z into dz by 2 multiplied by dy plus Vz plus dabba Vz by dabba y into dy by 2 multiplied by dz plus, means here we have minus now. Third one, Vy plus dabba Vy by dabba z into dz by 2 multiplied by dy minus in bracket Vz minus dabba Vz by dabba y into dy by 2 into dz. Now here this Vy into dy, this minus Vy into dy, they will cancel, Vz will cancel this one. Now here minus dabba Vy by dabba z into dz by 2 and minus dabba Vy by dabba z into dy by 2, dz by 2 into dy, they will give you. So here we can find now total. So I will write total here. So from this one and this one, you will get minus total is dabba Vy by dabba z into dz dy. And this minus minus will be plus from this and from this. You will get plus dabba Vz by dabba y into what? Dy by 2 into dz, dy by 2 into dz. So we will get here dy into dz. So we get here dabba Vz by dabba y minus dabba Vy by dabba z multiplied by dy dz. dy dz. Where dy dz is area of this closed path. However, since curl, so this is total circulation along the closed path AB, circulation along the closed path AB, and the maximum line integral, this is maximum one per unit area. So here we have to take per unit area, means divide by dy dz. So curl will get, curl for this we will get, so here you will get curl. So curl for this will get dabba vz by dabba y minus dabba vy by dabba z. This is per unit area, means we have divided by dy by dz. However, since curl is a vector, we need to give it a direction. The direction is normal to the surface, normal to the surface. Now here surface is dy dz, and we know area vector is perpendicular to the vector, perpendicular to the area. So what happens here? Perpendicular to dy dz, that is along x-axis. So we call this as curl of V, but it is along x-axis because it is normal to the surface area. So here we get here curl. So we get here curl V x component, that is dabba by dabba Vz by dabba y minus dabba Vy by dabba z. This is x component. We call this as x component. So we have seen for this area we got curl V x, means that is along x axis. Now you can take area in xz plane. So here you can take here a dash, b dash, c dash, d dash. Then we have to go from a dash to b dash, b dash to c dash, c dash to d dash to a dash. So along a dash, b dash, we have to take x component, here x component, and along this we have to take z component. And from this you will get component of curl that is parallel to y-axis. So you will get curl V along y-axis by taking line integral, and that one will come out to be dabba Vx by dabba z minus dabba Vz by dabba x. Now you can take area, small area, suppose a double dash, b double dash, c double dash, d double dash. So this is closed path and it is in xy plane. So you have to go along a dash, a double dash, b double dash to b double dash to c double dash, then c double dash to d double dash, then d double dash to a double dash, and we have to take line integral along this closed path, line integral along closed path per unit area. Now since it is in xy plane, it will be along z axis. So that is curl V along z axis. So curl V along z axis. So along A double dash B double dash, we have to consider Y component of field. Along B double dash to C double dash, we have to consider X component of vector field. So from this, you will get dabba Vy by dabba X minus dabba X by dabba Y. So we have curl Vx, just we have seen curl Vx. That is dabba Vz by dabba Y minus dabba Vy by dabba Z. Now curl V along X, curl V along Y, curl V along Z. So we can write curl V. It is I times curl Vx plus Z times curl Vy, curl Vx, curl Vy plus K times curl Vz. So we can write here curl V. This is equal to, now we can have I times dabba V Z by dabba Y minus dabba Vy by dabba Z plus Z times dabba Vx by dabba Z minus dabba by dabba X of Vz plus K. Here dabba V Y by dabba X minus dabba Vx by dabba Y. So here now you can write this as I dabba Vz by dabba Y minus dabba Vy by dabba Z. I can take minus sign out. So we'll get dabba by dabba X of Vz minus dabba by dabba Z of Vx plus K times dabba Vy by dabba X minus dabba by dabba Y of Vx. Now this one will be clearly I, J, K, this determinant. Dabba by dabba X, dabba by dabba Y, dabba by dabba Z. You will get here Vx, Vy, Vz. And this is what? Del cross. So this is curl of a vector field. Curl of a vector field. Now, so in line integral along the closed path is equal to 0, del cross V will be 0. But if line integral along closed path or circulation is not 0, then curl is not 0. Curl is not 0. Now we will see simple example. Suppose we have a flow of water in the river. I have taken here top view of streamline river flow, river water flow. If we see here water flow carefully, we will observe velocities. So these are velocities. So if we go from center towards bank of river on both sides, you will observe there is decrease in velocity of water molecules. Suppose we put paddle wheel into the water and notice if it turns. If it turns. If the paddle wheel does turn, it means this field has a curl at that point. Now here if we see, here velocity is more, here velocity is less, so this paddle wheel turns along counterclockwise direction. So at this point, curl of vector field is non-zero, means it has a curl. If we take here velocity is more, here velocity is less. So the paddle wheel turns along clockwise direction. Here also curl of V is non-zero. But in one case it is counterclockwise, in another case it is clockwise. So here when curl V means del cross V is not equal to 0, V is rotational field. Means it has rotational features. When we take circulation along counterclockwise direction, curl V will be greater than 0, that is positive. If we take along clockwise direction, curl V will be less than 0, that is negative, less than 0. But what happens when curl V is equal to 0? Curl V is equal to 0. Means the field does not have rotational features. Means suppose we have uniform field then that field will not have rotational features. So we'll see example here. This air flow means velocity vector field has rotational features. So curl of a vector field will be non-zero here. But if we see here, when everywhere velocity is the same, everywhere it is the same, so field is uniform field, and in this case del cross V will be equal to 0. So when del cross V is equal to 0, the field is said to be irrotational field. Irrotational field. Irrotational field. So this field is irrotational field, while this field here del cross V is not equal to 0. So this field is rotational field. This field is rotational field. Now we'll see one example on curl of a vector field. So if A is equal to x z cube I minus 2 x square y z j plus 2y z raised to 4. So if we have vector field, find del cross A at point 1 minus 1 1. So del cross A. So del cross A will be equal to determinant I j k dabba by dabba x dabba by dabba y dabba by dabba z vx. Now sorry, ax is this one, so I can write here x z cube. This is ay, so here minus 2x square yz and 2yz raised to 4. So find out this. So I in bracket dabba by dabba y of 2yz raised to 4 minus dabba by dabba z of minus 2x square yz minus j. Now these two, sorry, here uh, these two, this one and this one. So dabba by dabba x of 2y z raised to 4 minus dabba by dabba z of x z cube plus k. Now these two. So dabba by dabba x of minus 2x square yz minus dabba by dabba y of x z. So we will get here I, now in first bracket dabba by dabba y of 2yz raised to 4. So we will get here 2z raised to 4. Now minus minus plus. So plus, now dabba by dabba z. So we will get here 2x square y and dabba z by dabba z is 1. So we got this. Minus j. Now dabba by dabba x of 2yz raised to 4. No x there, so 0 minus, you will get here 3x z square plus k minus dabba by dabba x of minus 2x square y. So you will get here minus 4xyz and second term it is 0. It is 0. Now put x is equal to 1, y is equal to minus 1 and z is equal to 1. So here we will get I, z is 1, so we will get 2 plus, now 2x square is 1, so x square is 1, 2 and y is minus 1, so we will get here minus 2, 2 into 1 minus into minus 1, minus j minus 3x, x is 1, z is 1, so we will get minus 3 plus k. So 1 minus 1, 1. So you will get simply 4. So here del cross V is equal to, now you will get here 3j plus 4k, because this one will be equal to 0 and minus minus will be plus. So this is del cross A, del cross A. So thanks very much. In next lecture, we will consider multiple choice questions and some problems on curl of a vector field, divergence of a vector field. So thanks very much again. If you like my lecture, I request you to subscribe my channel PST Edumedia. So thanks very much again. Thanks.